Kim Jong Un, one of the world's most feared dictators, is known for his iron grip on North Korea. But behind his cold public image lies a world of extravagant and secretive parties. These exclusive gatherings are shrouded in mystery, involving select group of young virgin girls, lavish entertainment, and high-profile guests. Protected by an impenetrable security system, these events take place in the most luxurious settings. The shocking truth will leave you speechless. Let's dive into the world of Kim Jong Un, the supreme leader of North Korea. Since ascending to power in 2011, Kim's taste for luxury has become legendary. His personal net worth is estimated to be at least $5 billion, and like many billionaires, he spares no expense when it comes to indulging in the finer things. His collection includes a vast array of high-end cars, significant real estate holdings, and some of the finest food that is often imported illegally into North Korea. This lavish lifestyle stands in stark contrast to the conditions faced by the general population, with an estimated 60% of North Koreans living in poverty. Pyongyang, the capital city, is accessible only to a privileged few, and even then, the level of secrecy surrounding Kim's personal properties is extreme. Strict security measures ensure that these luxury estates remain hidden from the public eye. Once inside these venues, guests are immediately immersed in a world of grandeur. The rooms are comparable to the most luxurious establishments worldwide. Inside the villas, the grand hallways and rooms are decorated in a lavish style reminiscent of royal palaces, with opulent materials adorning the walls and ceilings. Pleasure Squad exposed 2,000 virgin girls serving North Korea's elite and leader. The truth about North Korea's Pleasure Squad: these defectors fled to China or South Korea. The Pyongyang regime established the so-called Gipabjo English newspapers used the name Pleasure Squad, roughly translated entertainment squad, to serve the top leaders, often considered the elite of North Korea. The Pleasure Squad consists of young girls mostly around the age of 13 to 18, including school children. They were randomly selected by the military starting in 2000. The Pleasure Squad is divided into 3 specialized service groups: entertainment, massage, and singing dancing music. Defectors from North Korea said that the Pleasure Squad operates very secretly, almost separate from society. For the singing dancing music service group, the young girls sometimes have to entertain guests. All young girls in the entertainment squad must meet a number of strict criteria: virgins, clean records, 1.65 meters or taller, no scars or defects on the body, especially a soft, feminine voice. According to Jin Sung, the most attractive girls in North Korea are all concentrated in a department called Area 5. Here, their job is to monitor issues related to the private lives of North Korean leaders, from food to entertainment. After being selected, the girls have to undergo an annual examination to determine if they have any diseases, also to ensure they are virgins. Most are recruited from high school girls, around 16 years old. Pyongyang officials pay each of them $4,000 in cash plus gifts to keep them secret. This amount is nearly twice the annual income of a middle-class family in North Korea. Anyone who reveals their time serving in the will be immediately Pleasure Squad punished. Their relatives may also suffer the same fate. Yeonmi Park's daring escape from human trafficking to freedom: a journey through hell. Yeonmi's story isn't just about the horrors of life in North Korea, it's about an escape so dangerous, so shocking, that it continues to haunt her today. North Korea's totalitarian regime meant she and her family had little access to food, basic necessities, or information about the outside world. After making it to China, Yeonmi's mother was sold to a Chinese farmer for $65. Yes, you read that right, $65. Yeonmi herself was forced into the dark world of human trafficking, enduring unimaginable horrors at the hands of those who promised safety. She had no idea whether she'd ever see her father again, who later died of untreated cancer, or if she and her mother would even survive another day. But Yeonmi didn't give up. After 2 years of living in fear, she and her mother were introduced to Christian missionaries who promised to help them escape. The journey was treacherous, crossing the Gobi Desert in the dead of night, with nothing but a compass and the stars to guide them. If caught, They would be sent back to North Korea and face execution. Their feet bloodied, their spirits almost broken, but they made it to Mongolia, and from there to freedom in South Korea. Once free, she became a voice for the voiceless, revealing the grotesque realities of the North Korean regime to the world. Her raw accounts of her escape, including the sexual exploitation she endured, shocked the world. Her courage in speaking out has earned her both praise and criticism, but one thing is certain: her story serves as a brutal reminder of the oppression faced by millions of North Koreans who remain trapped under Kim Jong Un's rule. Kim Jong Un's secret casino inside North Korea's most exclusive gambling den for the elite. In the shadowy world of North Korea's elite, Kim Jong Un's secret casino emerges as a playground for high-ranking officials where luxury, secrecy, and immense wealth collide. Located in Pyongyang, this exclusive casino serves as a hidden retreat for the regime's most powerful. Rumors persist of extravagant payouts, with insiders claiming that losing even millions of dollars in one night is met with casual nonchalance, reflecting the regime's limitless funds. However, for those fortunate enough to win, the rewards are equally staggering, with prize pools offering high-end luxury cars, rare watches, or even vast sums of cash gifts straight from Kim Jong Un's personal treasury. Extravagance amidst poverty: Kim Jong Un's lavish lifestyle while North Korea starves. As Kim Jong Un and his inner circle revel in luxurious, secretive parties filled with extravagant food, drink, and elite entertainment, the rest of North Korea suffers in silence. Meanwhile, outside the palace walls, the situation couldn't be more different. Families are forced to survive on meager portions of corn and rice, if they can even get that. Starvation is rampant in many rural areas, and reports from defectors tell stories of entire families dying due to lack of food. Children scavenge for scraps, and adults sell their few remaining belongings just to buy a single meal. The suffering is unimaginable. In some regions, families can no longer bury their dead because they are too weak from hunger to perform the task. Parents make the impossible decision to give up their children in the hope that they might survive elsewhere. Comment yes if you feel outraged for the people of North Korea living in poverty. The ultimate hypocrisy. North Korea's strict isolation from the global community ensures that the full extent of this inequality remains hidden from the world. Propaganda portrays Kim Jong Un as a beloved leader, dedicated to his people's prosperity, but the reality is chilling. Those who dare to speak out face imprisonment, forced labor, or execution, leaving no room for dissent against the oppressive regime. It is clear that Kim Jong Un's priorities lie not with his citizens, but with maintaining his luxurious lifestyle and tight grip on power. Kim's actions reveal the ultimate hypocrisy: a man who champions his country while presiding over one of the most brutal systems of exploitation and neglect. North Koreans trapped in Kim Jong Un's life of lies. North Koreans endure brutal hardships. The government's failed economic policies have left the people scraping by with whatever little they can find. Yet, all the while, state propaganda broadcasts images of a strong, self-reliant nation, where citizens are supposedly flourishing under Kim's rule. Every citizen is subject to strict control, forced to worship their leader like a god while living in fear of punishment for the slightest infraction. Anyone who dares to question the narrative or the government is labeled a traitor, often disappearing into one of the country's notorious labor camps. These camps, known for their inhumane conditions, serve as a brutal reminder of the regime's power to break those. And what about Kim Jong Un himself? While his people starve, the dictator lives a life of unimaginable luxury. Secret parties with endless banquets, elite casinos, and entertainment reserved for only the highest-ranking officials are part of Kim's daily routine. It's the ultimate hypocrisy: a leader who preaches sacrifice and loyalty, yet hoards wealth and indulges in excess, all while millions suffer. Bangsong residence, often referred to as Kim's fortress, is not just an opulent palace, it's an impenetrable stronghold valued at over $1 billion. Nestled in the northern outskirts of Pyongyang, this massive estate is surrounded by fortified walls and state-of-the-art defense systems, including underground tunnels and missile launchers. Yangdok Hot Springs Resort, known as the Underground Paradise, is another testament to North Korea's hidden luxury, valued at $4 million. This resort, located deep in the mountains, is equipped with high-end spas, private hot springs, and luxury lodges that cater to the regime's elite. Behind the glamour lies a web of power, control, and indulgence that would make even the wealthiest elites around the world blush. The real intrigue begins when the doors close, and only those who hold the highest ranks in North Korea are allowed to witness the spectacle. But just what kind of twisted deals and dark desires are taking place in these luxurious venues? Public outrage explodes. The anger doesn't stop with the starving people. It reaches across the globe. Reports of Kim's outrageous spending on things like expensive liquor, designer clothes, and even luxury cars, while the country's people face daily horrors, have left the international community stunned. Kim Jong Un's secret parties, complete with entertainment from the infamous pleasure squad, add another layer of disgust. These young women, handpicked and forced into a life of servitude, are symbols of the dictator's unchecked power and brutality. But the most shocking part, the regime's grip on power is so tight, it silences the voices of dissent inside North Korea. Anyone who dares to speak out risks imprisonment, torture, or death, not just for themselves, but for their entire family. Still, despite the brutal repression, whispers of anger and rebellion grow louder each day. Internationally, people are beginning to demand action. As more stories of the extravagant, morally bankrupt behavior of Kim Jong Un come to light, the call for change becomes deafening. While the dictator lives in luxury, his people suffer, and the world watches with mounting fury. How long can this charade of power and excess continue before the people or the world force a reckoning? But this is only the beginning. There's so much more to uncover about the hidden realities of North Korea and its leadership. If you're as shocked and outraged as we are, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth stories like this. Thank you.